What's up, buddy?
What's up, Nick? What an introduction, man. You guys are rocking over there, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. We're just trying to, I had on Nick Krim yesterday, right? And had him on kind of sharing social media strategies, how to be that community champ. And I mean, look, he knows how to make us look good, right? He knows how to make us look good. I give credit where credit's due. So watch yesterday, go watch yesterday's live with Nick Krim with content cards and Krim content. That dude, I'm going to tell you right now, by the way, I've got Sekou Pile with me. We'll go over introductions in a second, but if you're watching this live, tag an agent in this. You're going to want to watch this one, right? You're going to want to watch this because Sekou's going to share. He blew my mind, and that doesn't happen often when it comes to lead generation strategies, right? Of how this one simple technique can get you more listings. Yeah. Right. And so like this, tag an agent, share this. If you're watching on the Real Estate Goods YouTube channel, if you're not on there yet, go subscribe. But Sekou, Nick was sharing me. He gave me a glimpse of your cookout video.
Cookout.
Share that real quick, man. And then I want people to know your story real fast.
Dude, man, it's the cookout is the idea. When my community comes together, man, it's always over some food. It's always over some good times and laughter. And what my whole function is, man, is to really just get a spot at the table for everyone that wants it. And so the traditionally disenfranchised communities, the traditionally overlooked communities, I wanted us to have real conversations about real finances, about real growth, about real investment over some food and some fun, man. And so that was the cookout idea, man. Nick and I were talking about it, and Nick was like, dude, let's just do it. And I'm like, nah, can we do that? He's like, dude, we could do anything. Let's just do it. And I got to give him props, man. He's been one of the driving forces, even when I kind of felt like, I don't know if we could do this. He was like, fuck that, let's go, let's grow.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, let's do it, man.
I love it. So, and that was Nick Krim that you're connecting with on. So watch yesterday's live video I did, or if you're on YouTube, you can go look at that, how to gain influence with your social media and video. But dude, tell us a little bit about, I mean, you are the lead generation master when it comes to prospecting with how you help hold yourself and your agents accountable. And I mean, you were just showing me, you finished up your accountability training. Was it a week long? How long was it?
Yeah, it's a week. We did the Appointment Academy. It's a week-long training. And the 50-cent version of it is we take a day in the life of a top producing agent, 200, 300, 400 deals a year. And we deconstruct that day hour by hour over the course of 5 days. So it allows us to kind of get in on a granular level. Did I say that right? Granular or whatever.
Good enough.
I got a hood talk, right? I got a granular level on just each one of the techniques that this agent does. So we go mindset, we go planning, application, and review, wash, rinse, repeat over and over again, hour by hour, day by day. And this last group, we put together over $20 million worth of appointments over the course of these last 5 days.
In 1 week, guys.
In 1 week.
$20 million. You were showing me right before we went live, this one agent, and what always matches up, right? It was like 14 million.
Yeah,
right?
14.7 million in 25 days.
In 25 days. And guess what? What matches up is the output matches up with the results. And it was almost 19,500, almost 20,000 contacts that she made in 25 days. So if you're telling me that all I need to do is figure out how to make 20,000 contacts, and I'll have almost 15 million in pending deals, sign me up.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
So walk me through what agents struggle with lead gen, right?
Yes.
And they're struggling right now with getting listings. So watch through this video before we share this simple strategy to get more listings. Like this, tag an agent, comment, give Sekou some love right now. But what should an agent's daily schedule look like from that lead generation side?
All right, so really quick, I'm a huge Muhammad Ali fan. Like, he is one of my greatest inspirations. I'm an old dude, so I grew up, playing and running around and fighting in the 70s and stuff like that. And one of the things he says is that, like, he hated every day of training. He hated it, but he figured he would suffer now and live the life of a champion later, right? Fast forward, decades, right? And Mike Tyson said, I think maybe a few months ago on what up, Liz? A few months ago on Joe Rogan's show, he said, discipline sucks, but without discipline, you got nothing, right? And discipline is doing the stuff that you so-called hate as if you loved it. What up, Jake Dixon? Locker Room Nation. Yeah, then what's up? So what most agents say they hate about lead gen is the very thing that I've learned to love about lead gen, right? It's discovering a new way in through the door where there was some sort of resistance before. And it's the discipline of doing it every day that allows me to feel better and better at it, right? They talk about 10,000 hours to mastery, right? We've heard that before. Or if you haven't heard that, go ahead and look that up. It's a book, it's a podcast. But I'm more concerned with proficiency, right? And it doesn't take 10,000 hours to be proficient at something. And so the notion of lead gen, for anybody watching, the notion of lead gen is just do it daily. Just sit down and do it, or stand up and do it, or go out and door knock and do it, and let the public tell you how to get better at it, right? Fail your way forward. Get a few doors slammed in your face. Get a few people hanging up on you. I had a woman yesterday while we were doing the workshop. I swear to goodness, she was like, I know this is a scam. You are scamming me, and you are telling me to sell my house so you can move me into a hotel. That doesn't make sense. She was killing me, and we were laughing because she was like, you are a 24-year-old boy. You cannot tell me where. I was like, I'm 24. Thank you very much, So, Nick, the idea is to make as many contacts as possible, right? So really, 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 the super 50 cent version is every list that I have, every contact list, I call them opportunity lists, by the way. Every opportunity list that I have, no matter how much I pay for it, no matter how well curated, no matter who's on it, is always going to be 90% no. And if I know this as a fact, if I know this to be truth, if I don't deny it, right? Kobe Bryant was said to have gotten better at his game when he embraced his imperfection, right? And so embracing my imperfection, embracing the fact that my list is going to be no 90% of the time, instead of going at it in short bursts, I look for large contact ratios. So my minimum, my absolute minimum when I'm making contacts on a daily basis is 100 contacts a day. If I do 100 contacts a day, I'm guaranteed to get 90 no's. I'm going to get 7 not yets, and I'm going to get 1 to 3 yeses. And there is all of my growth. And there's all of my progress. I can rate my success by how many no's that I'm getting and how many not yets and where my 1 to 3 yeses are coming from, right? And that what did I say? Embrace the suck, right? Eat the frog, right?
So
right?
so let's break down a contact real quick. What is a contact in your terms? Because everyone has something different.
I love this. So me, I'm a real ABC kind of guy. I don't like to make shit complicated. I can say that on your broadcast, right? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right? I'm a real ABC kind of guy, right? I don't like to make it complicated. So a contact for me is, it's all doable, but nobody cheats the grind, right? See you at the top. Yes, Sean. So look, a contact for me is any living, breathing adult human I communicate with, right? By belly to belly, right? If I door knock, if I see him at the supermarket, at the gas station. In Jersey, they got to pump our gas for us. So the guy that pumps our gas is a contact. And I speak to him every other day, unfortunately, because my car, drinks gas, right? If you pick up the phone and you call somebody, call, Skype, FaceTime, WhatsApp, as long as you're communicating face-to-face, that's still a belly-to-belly contact. It's 2 ways. If I text someone, instant message, direct message, and they respond to me, that's a contact as well. So it's sent and received contact, right? Any kind of contact, right? So one of my famous texts is the gratitude text, right? And so I do that every morning. I find 25, 50 people to send a gratitude text to, and I'll say what the gratitude text is. Thank you for your support and for trusting me with all of your real estate needs. and I hit send. When I do that, I get this back. Who the hell is this? Contact, right? And so any two-way communication like that, if we're doing a live like this and we get views on our live, those live views are all contacts because they can put messages up and we could send messages back. I can say, hey, Nick, I see you. What's up? How you doing? Locker Room Nation. Like it's two-way communication there. Any other kind of social media post, it goes, you post, they like and comment, and then you respond to that like and comment. That's a contact. And then last but not least, I put stuff out on the internet. I've got my listings out there. I've got my ads out there and people clicking on them and just jumping into my CRM. Those are all contacts as well.
Ooh, I will tell you that is a different way than most people teach it. And proof is in the pudding, right? You talked about, again, the agents that with the past 25 days, almost 20,000 contacts, right? Almost $15 million in pending contracts. So the proof is in the pudding, and let's make it simple, right? Let's the KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Let's keep it simple. And I love that. By the way, lead generation could be, and I'm doing this right now. I'm living proof of this right now. I have made a commitment to do these lives 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, right? And I will show you the proof is in the pudding with increase in viewership, increase in people reaching out, giving back to the agent community and helping us lead generate better, convert at a higher rate, and put more money in our pocket, because that's why we got in this business, right? So let's get into, you talked a little bit with the Muhammad Ali, but let's talk about getting into that right mindset. If you understand, I would assume that the mindset is a little bit easier if you understand, okay, contacts doesn't mean I have to cold call. Contacts doesn't mean I have to get my teeth kicked in every single day of someone just telling me to jump off a bridge and I'm a scum bottom feeder cold caller, right?
I laugh about that though, right?
I love it. That is my deal. I'm going to tell you, I'm a cold caller, right?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Right. So expireds. I mean, we have a postcard back here that tells us to go, like, the guy wrote all over my postcard and said how my brother and I need to go back in time, kill our entire bloodline, and then kill ourselves so that we stop sending these types of postcards to people. Right. And it's like, cool. You took time to write back. So there's a contact.
There's a contact. I love it. Dude, I had this one guy in our market. And it's because I need it, his name is gonna escape me, right? But he was notorious. He was brutal to any agent that contacted him. And so what me and my partner used to do is we used to call him first every single day. Every day. This is years ago, right? We used to call him first. And it got to the point where he'd be like, listen, stop calling me, man. Like, for real, man. I'm not going to list with you, man. It's like, hold on. It's not about a listing. I just want to say good morning, bro.
Yes. And look, you get it. So does that help the mindset, right? You get it out of the way. Because like one of the techniques that we have here at the Good Home Team, we still do a lot of prospecting based methods, and to help our newer agents, or to help get out of a funk when we're talking to people, right? To get out of that funk is when we're having our scripting conversations with people. And this is where I tell people, like, it doesn't matter really what you say, right? It's how it's coming across, the confidence and your tonality and everything else. But I'll be like, Sekou, are you feeling what I'm putting in you?
What? Yeah.
And 100% of the time, it is a yes.
Yeah.
But if you really analyze that, you're like, what
the hell is he saying?
What? Are you feeling what I'm putting in you? But it's designed to break up the monotony. It's designed to break up that fear. It's designed to stop rejecting ourselves.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. People don't want to lead generate because they're afraid of the rejection. So when they don't do it, they're the ones actually rejecting themselves from it to save them from the rejection of other people. And then what does that do to your bank account? If you and I didn't prospect or lead generate, we wouldn't be doing this right now.
Hey, listen, Nick, my famous statement is I'm black, I'm rich, and I'm spoiled. Right. And I love it, man. I live in that space. And people are like, well, say, you've struggled with money. Yes, I have. I know what that feels like. Don't want to go back there. So I know what it looks like when I begin to slide back. I know what's on the other side of inaction, and I know what's on the other side of fear. So I just choose to go in the opposite direction. Nick, you mentioned calling first. I want to squeeze this in based on that idea. right? Every single day, no matter what, every day I'm working, I call the people that hung up on me the day before first, right? And if you talk to DeVoe, if you talk to my business partner, he calls them earlier and earlier every day if they hang up on him, right? But I call those people first. And if you're a struggling agent, if you want to know what that looks like, I call them and I ask them a simple question. I go, hey, this is Sekou. We spoke very briefly yesterday. Just got one quick question for you, then I'll let you go, okay? And then I STF you. If they don't know what that is, have them look it up in the Urban Dictionary, right? I STF you, and I swear I won't say another word. I say, hey, this is Sekou. We spoke very briefly yesterday. I just got one quick question for you, then I'll let you go, okay? And that silence right there, holy shit, you could break it with something, right? But what winds up happening is they go, what? You know, what is it, right? And I get them invested in the freaking conversation. And I go, what do you do if the place doesn't sell? And then I STF you again. And you can smell the smoke from the gears grinding in their head. They're like, this has to sell. You know, it's awesome. And I get it out of the way and it feels good.
Dude, and that's gold. Let's, before we get into that one simple strategy to get more listings,
yes,
right?
Sir.
So keep watching, like this, love this, tag an agent in it, right? Subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Before we get into that, right? Let's say that you're not a cold caller like that. You and I cold call, we're good, right? Yes. We get off on that. That's cool. But there's going to be people watching this that like say, Sekou, that's not me. I'm not a caller. I don't like to get beat up. It doesn't get my rocks off, right? So the agents that are in that type of mindsets, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe that personality style. What's best? What's the best lead generation style for them?
So in the studies in the last few years, man, we've discovered that there's percentiles and open rates, right? And so what I would have said a few years ago is that they've got to go door knocking. Usually the folks that don't like calling really don't mind door knocking because they get to have so much interactivity, like face to face, body language comes into it, et cetera, et cetera. I would say now, your best bet is to figure out a way to interact with the community. Go join a community group, either social media wise or physically, so that you're belly to belly with the community, so that there's no more cold in your calls. That every single call you're making is a follow-up call. It's a follow-up with a thank you. It's a follow-up with this or that or the other thing. And so the easiest technique, this is a giveaway technique, y'all. And this generates quite literally hundreds of listings a year for us, right? You farm open houses. This does not necessarily mean that it is your open house. You farm open houses. You let the neighbors know how grateful you are about allowing them to do an open house in the area, allowing us as realtors to do an open house in the area. And you'll let them know if the property sells too fast, because another one will be on the market soon. Do that either through door hangers or emails or text messages or, whatever. And you'll take the cold out of the cold call, right? You're doing them a favor. I tell you right now, if you are the agent that's hosting the open house, right? Give them a card, give them your business card and say, hey, if somebody's blocking your driveway, we usually have a bunch of people that come to the open house. Send me a message and I'll see if it's somebody in the open house. The broken ice is everywhere, man.
Yes. Here's the thing. That wasn't the strategy to get more listings.
No.
But I guarantee you, if you do that and you do it enough, there are listings out of that.
Yes.
Right. And there are more contacts in the future that will lead to business.
Yeah.
If you do that, if that's the only thing that you do every single day or every single week, every single month, that will bring you business.
Dude,
right?
I do my lead gen just to create pipeline. My lead gen is no longer for today business. My today business is going to happen because of so much lead gen I did 90, 180 days ago. Every day is lead follow-up for me now. And so there is no more cold calls for me, even if they're for sale by owner and expired.
That's huge. I mean, think about that, sit on that. So let's go to the one simple strategy, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, You told me this when we were at the Money Badger event with Chauncey Pham. And I'm like, dude. I'm like, all right. So let's talk about share that strategy, right? This is where, you've got just go share the strategy. This is huge.
So let's just talk reality for a second, right? So the market right now is pretty tight. And for the foreseeable future, it's going to be similar, if not the same, right? We don't know. We've never been through this market before like this specifically. And so agents are looking for answers. Property goes on the market in everybody's market. It doesn't matter where you are. Property goes on the market on a Friday. By a Sunday, there's 40 offers on it. By Monday, you're talking best and final, and you're trying to figure out what you can edge out somebody in order to get that deal, right? Only one agent is going to get that deal. There's only one agent, and one agent that is going to be able to overcome all of those obstacles. And they're usually in opposition to the listing agent. It's not, with the listing agent that you're doing it, right? So the technique that I learned to do back in the day when the market was similar, the 2005, 2006, everybody was competing. I love these markets. So let's embrace the suck. Let's talk about discipline. Let's talk about training. I love these markets. Love it. My business was built in a market like this, right? So this is the tech. Get your notes. You print out every one of those offers that did not get accepted, right? So if you're working with buyers and you're putting in offers over the last few months, you got a bunch of offers that didn't get accepted. You're nice and frustrated. You're nice and frustrated. If you're a successful agent and you're walking around, you're still got offers that didn't get accepted. If you're a listing agent, you've received 40 offers that only one got accepted. So you got 39 that did not get accepted. Print out the top sheet of that offer. Black out the contact stuff, the important stuff that you don't want to, reveal. And you walk to the neighbors. So just so you understand, I show the MLS properties last always anyway. So when I see a property listed, 123 Main Street goes up on a Friday, just like we said, it's going to be gone by Monday, right? So it goes up on a Friday. I go to the 10 properties on both sides of that listing and the 20 properties across the street. I knock on the door. You can virtually knock through the phone, but I knock on the door, for lack of a better term, and I present them with a stack of offers. And I say, hey, I was just about to show property 123 Main Street, but they love this neighborhood so much. I'm wondering if one of these offers would work for you. And then I smile. Now, remember I said in the beginning, every list I have, no matter how well curated, no matter who's on the list, is always 90% no. So I'm working this particular system, understanding that most people won't need it, won't want it, and won't respond well to it, right? But all I'm looking for is one person to say yes. I wind up finding 2 or 3 people that are saying maybe. I wind up finding 7 people that'll be like, not now. And what I'm doing is I'm lead generating specifically for these buyers. I'm showing and proving that I'm willing to do the work necessary. So I'm providing proof to the sellers that there's markets that are available. I take that seller that says yes, turn them into a buyer, and go do the same thing for them in the neighborhood they want to work in. Nick, when I tell you that the response has been so great, what you don't know is that so we've got $97 million worth of volume under, like, in some sort of productive qualitative format for the month of June. It's 25 days in June. Most of that 97 million came from them knocking on the doors away from the MLS property.
Yep.
It has been incredible. There's been something like 57 listings taken in the last month as a result of this activity. It's crazy.
57 listings taken in 25 days when we have an inventory shortage.
Yeah.
Right? With one simple technique. Right? So let's do, I want you to leave with this, right? How can agents hold themselves accountable? You've got a great group for this. Let's talk about, because the biggest struggle that agents have is not that they're not doing the lead gen. It's because they're not holding themselves accountable to that. They're their own worst boss. They're their own worst enemy, right? And they create self-doubt in themselves.
Yeah.
So how can agents hold themselves accountable and partner up with you, with me? What does that look like?
Well, Nick, you said it, right? So there's the easy button and then there's the hard way, right? So I'm going to describe the hard way. The agent can hold themselves accountable by really, really, really zeroing in on the pieces of their business that's working and not working, right? And they've got to be consistent and got to embrace the suck. And one of the toughest things to do is to get an adult to realize where they have to improve, right? Because it's a habit that they've already formed. They got to recognize the habit. They got to acknowledge it. And they got to, it's like AA, right? You got to admit you got a problem first, and then you can, right? Or you can push the easy button and you can find fellowship with other people who are in the same trench as you, in the struggle with you, guided by coaches, have some sort of selflessness. There is a thing that you mentioned that you're going on live every day and you're sharing information. You don't have to do that, Nick. You have a very viable business. But what you're doing is you are contributing to the Society of Real Estate Agents, to the society at whole, because every real estate agent that's working creates more and more and more and more, right? So the real secret to the success is contributing, getting with a group and giving, right? And so what we have, right? First of all, you got Nick Good, who is coming to you. He's leaning in already, right? So it's not hard to find him. If you're already here, it's not hard to find somebody that's raising their hand and saying, hey, I've got some good information. If you want it, all you got to do is reach out. My crew is called the Commitment to Capping group, right? It's a Facebook page. It's a private Facebook page. It's only for real estate agents. We don't sell anything in there. The cost is your contribution and your consistency, right? So there's over 1,000 agents in there. It's grown since the quarantine, right? Because we went digital. Commitment to Capping. Thank you, Nick. No, wait. What is that? Is that Optimus Prime on your shoulders, bro?
That's right. I mean, I got a lot of connections. You don't know.
That's a 9-foot tall dude right there, man.
That's right.
So inside of Commitment to Capping, we do a little something different than most other coaching or training companies or real estate companies or whatever. We go nightly and hold each other accountable for the day's activity. We review the day's activity, set a plan for tomorrow, execute the plan together, and then at the end of the day, wash, rinse, repeat. Right. And it's been incredibly lucrative. I have a group full of leaders and leaders in development. I've been making fun, Nick. I'm like, yeah, you might be a rookie, but you're a rookie on the all-star team. And there's nothing better than being a rookie on the all-star team, because all you got is shine in front of you and growth. Our motto is we make a mess and we clean up to progress.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in that group. I will tell you right now. I'm like, here's the thing. I don't promote other groups unless it's legit. So, it's, there's a lot of good stuff in there. And I will tell you right now that I'm not going to bring on people that don't have the right techniques, right? That are just trying to sell fluff. And this will work. This will help you get your business in the right direction. Or if you're brand new, look, it's going to get you in off that right start, right? It's, if you're running a race, it's all about that beginning start.
Yes, sir.
Right. If you stumble a little bit, let's pick you up. So,
hey, I'm sorry, Nick. But here's what I want. I want to make sure that they know. You were talking about the age of the agent, right? If you're a new agent, this and that. So that 97 million that I was talking about, those 57 listings that I was talking about, the average time that they've been a realtor, 8 months.
All right, there you go. 8 months.
So I'm right there with you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I can't wait to see the cookout.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm excited to see what you guys are sharing. And look, I want to be a part of it.
Dude, you are a part of it, man.
Yeah.
Dude, we was down in Texas and you the one that recommended the restaurant. I sat there and pigged out at that restaurant, man. And I'm like, holy smokes, this is great. I talked to the chef afterwards. And he was like, but it's just regular. I was like, no, man, that was good brisket, man. It was great brisket. He was like, that's regular. That's like that was the thing that you tuned into.
That's normal for us. So, dude, guys, appreciate you, Sekou, coming on, man. I truly appreciate your time is valuable. Thanks everyone for watching on this. I will comment on here the Commitment to Capping Facebook group. Go to our YouTube page, the Real Estate Goods YouTube channel. Subscribe on there. There's going to be more of this Monday through Friday. That's the goal. That's the game plan. We're going to take action on it. So thank you guys for watching. Man, I truly appreciate your time today, brother. And we'll be sharing more of your stuff.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.